I'm Caitlin with Moxie Lady Online, and I'm here today to give you a straightforward, step-by-step guide to changing a flat tire. Changing your own tire in an emergency can save you well over $100. Pull the car as far off the road as possible on paved and level ground. Put the car in park, or for a manual in reverse, set the parking brake, turn the car off, and turn your flashers on. Ask any passengers to get out of the car. Get out your jack, your lug wrench, and your spare tire and set them near the flat. These things are usually found under the rear seats or in the trunk. If you can't find them, take a look at your owner's manual. You will have to unscrew a hole down to get your spare out. Make sure the spare tire has air in it before you go through the process of changing your flat. If you drop it on the ground and it bounces like a basketball, you should be good to go. If you have a reflective warning signal, set it up behind your car to alert oncoming traffic, and chalk the wheel kitty corner to the flat with your chalk or something heavy like a rock, as another precaution to keep the car from rolling. If your car has a hubcap, you may need to remove that first. Check your owner's manual for instructions. Next, you'll want to loosen your lug nuts a little. Do this before you jack the car to prevent movement that might cause it to fall off the jack. These can be pretty tight, so don't be afraid to lean into it. You'll want to turn them counterclockwise. Keep in mind it's easier to put your weight into pushing down instead of pulling up. Then jack the car. There are different kinds of jacks, so you might want to play with yours a little before putting it under the car. When you're ready, make sure the jack is under a solid part of the frame. All cars have a defined area where the jack will fit. On this Jeep, it's a rectangular notch. Other cars may have other shapes or an arrow. You should be able to tell by looking under the car or feeling with your hands. Your owner's manual should have suggestions if you're feeling unsure. Attach the jack handle to the jack and raise the car. Remember, righty higher, lefty lower. Suspension creaks when lifting or lowering are totally normal. Never put your arms or legs under the car. Once the tire is off the ground, take the lug nuts all the way off. Don't lose them because you shouldn't drive with just 4. Take the tire off the car. It might be rusted on, so you might have to lightly kick it from side to side to loosen it up. Lift your spare and rest it on the wheel studs. Screw in the bottom lug nut to hold the wheel in place. You can tell which way your spare faces by making sure the valve stem faces you. Grab the rest of your lug nuts and screw them back onto the wheel studs. Tighten them by hand as far as they'll go, then tighten them with your lug wrench until they're firm. Don't put too much strength into it because we wouldn't want the car to fall off the jack. Now lower the car. Once the tire is on the ground, remove the jack. There's one more very important step before you're ready to load up and drive away. Tighten the lug nuts in a 5-point star pattern using your lug wrench. Now that your car is on the ground, you can put a lot more force into making sure those suckers are on there tight. And you're ready to be on your way. Make sure you put all your tools and your busted tire back in the car, and don't forget the chalk. Remember, this is a temporary fix, so don't go over 50 miles an hour, and make sure you have your big tire fixed or replaced if necessary. Make it a routine next time you have an oil change to have your mechanic make sure there's air in your spare. For all you women who do it all, join our community at moxieladyonline.com. I'm Caitlin, and I'll see you later.